He's bounced back and he's back to his best form off the back of that loss.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up off the back of our exit from the Conference League. We lost, to be fair, to the eventual winners. If we go over to look at the Conference League, it was a final which included Boa Vista and Lillestrøm as well, were there. The two kind of favourites, Bilbao and Fiorentina, went out in the semi-finals, to be fair. So I think it's a respectable performance. Obviously, we've got our playoffs coming up in the Europa League, which I'm not sure if it'll be next episode. We'll have to see. We'll probably have a later stage of the Norwegian Cup if we get there, because we have our efforts continued in that today in a bit of an unbeaten run, 9 games unbeaten since the start of last year. We're going to continue that today, hopefully against Brumunddal. Since our loss, the 2 losses against Boa Vista, we've only lost 1 game. Got wins by 4 goals, a 0-0 draw at home against Molde. So that's 5 games. The last 5 games, or might even be more than that actually by now. It's the last 6 games actually. They've still not been able to beat us. They must absolutely hate playing us. A 1-0 loss narrowly at home to Viking, but then win against the rivals 3-2 against Bodo Glimt. 7-0 win in the first round of the cup. 5-1 win away against Start. We've been putting in the goals, to be fair, and we still only have the second most conceded goals. And then now we're up to this cup game against Brumunddal, and then at home against Aalesund, a newly promoted team who have returned back to the first division after a few seasons out. So we've got those 2 games today. It's disappointing what happened in the last episode, probably the only way to describe it, but we can bounce back. We can go and return to that point. There's no doubt about it. We lost to the eventual winners. They're not going to be there next year because they've won it. And also Marseille, the team who we lost to in that the quarterfinal, the last one we were in, they have just won the Europa League. It's come up there, as you can. Oh no, it hasn't just come up yet. If we go to the actual Europa League, so they lost this final, then won the next year, and then they have. Oh no, they lost it actually. I thought they'd won it, but they have just lost the final. So as you can see, we've lost to 2 very, very good teams, but we have to have a little bit of luck on our side. We bounce back, we go and be more convincing, and we return to the league phase in 2 qualifications round time. Hopefully we might even go to the Europa League, but probably not. We'll have to see. But yeah, we've got these games to focus on for now. 2 episodes time, we're back to the playoff, which will determine whether or not we make the Conference League or the Europa League, but guaranteed European football in the next few episodes in the hopes to return to that position. And also we are top 4 as it stands, doing well in the cup, so hopefully we can make a return to Europe after what was a bit of a slow start in the league. As you can see here, we only got 1 point in our first 4 games. Got 2 wins, slipped up a bit here, but now we're back to top form with Thiago Motta scoring 4 goals in a league game. Very, very impressive. We have 2 top scorers in the top 3 in the league at the moment, so very, very good for us as it stands. So we've got this first game of the day against Brumunddal. Let's go and play it. So the team for this game against Brumunddal, we're going with the full strength team, no matter the opposition. It starts with Satren in goal. We've got a backline of Les Santa, Eduardo and Gilia, Stegdal, Dahl, Pereira and Conceição in the middle. We've got Motta on the left, Kuta on the right and Flores up top. Kick off here in this game against Brumunddal. We've already played them actually once. I think it was the first ever cup game we had here in Norway. It's been a very long time. We've been here 6 years now, but that has included a Norwegian Cup and 2 Conference League quarter-finals, and that gives, I mean, it is so impressive what has happened. It's been so nice to see the progression we've made, the players that have come in and how they've developed, and I think there's still a lot to go here, but it's going to be fulfilled. Maybe even not that much, to be honest. I think we've got a lot left to give We still have to win that title. Motta is in here. He doesn't win his header. He's been in form recently. One of the players who's really bounced back since and another one who has is Dahl. He's bounced back and he's back to his best form off the back of that loss, and that is 1-0 here in this game after 5 minutes. As I was saying, there's still a lot to do, but we are getting closer and closer to quarterfinals now. We've lost to the eventual finalists and this time around the eventual winners. So with a bit of good luck, obviously the quarterfinal stage is unforgiving, but with a bit of good luck, we're going to reach a final just like Lillestrøm did this year. Fair play to them. Off the back of them winning the Norwegian Cup before we did, they've only just made the final, which is crazy how that works, considering we won the Norwegian Cup in December, and then now it's like May. They won it in the December before that, so 18 months after they won the Norwegian Cup, it led them to the Conference League final, because they would have obviously had the Europa League playoff. Absolutely crazy how it works, but we have the Europa League playoff. If we can get it the same way again, then we can. Start to the season in the league it's been mixed, but we're top four as it stands. So I think the response has been really, really good. We've been playing some amazing football. We went with the positive mentality in that game, the second leg, because we needed goals. Obviously going in 3-0 down. But it didn't work, and I've stuck with it on accident, to be honest. And we've just been relentless in attack. It's been good. The players have been playing well. They've bounced back. We've got full strength team. The morale has gone back up. Players are happy to stay. And this is what we need, especially because the next kind of phase of us going into Europe, our next attempt is going to come very. I mean, that's the way to treat it. It's not going to be our only attempt. That wasn't our only attempt. It doesn't feel like it was our last chance to win it at all. That's not the way to think of it. We just have to think of it as attempts. And the first two tries, we fell short. Quarterfinals where we made it, but on the next attempt, we have to see progression and do better. And you can argue there wasn't progression. In this year, because we lost 4-0 in comparison to 3-3 and then a penalty loss. But what we did do is we've improved. We obviously managed to take the finalists that year to a draw. This time we lost to the eventual winners 4-0, but with a good bit of luck, you start to think, better league phase, players are playing well, they're developing. You start to think there's patterns emerging, and we become one of the leading teams, just as we did this year. We won our round of 16 tie off the back of being one of the automatic teams. We did our job. The automatic teams are supposed to win their round of 16 games. We did that, and we've been consistent, made that same position once again, and we have to continue to build on this now, going into the next attempt, which will be maybe in the Europa League, maybe in the Conference League, hopefully in the Conference League. I'm not sure if the playoff will be shown. It will be 2 episodes time, and then 3 episodes time will most likely be our first league game, the return. There'll be a lot of time for that to focus on the league. We want to stay in the cup as well, which I think we can. It's been a mixed bag of emotions and feelings about how we've been playing, though, for me personally, because we've been good. Second least goals conceded, like third most goals scored, I think maybe even most goals scored, but the results have just they've not been the best. We need better results. We've had 2 1-0 losses, so maybe even that doesn't say much, but some 0-0 draws, 2 0-0 draws already this year. It's poor in terms of dropping points. We cannot afford to drop points. We saw how close it got to the end of last year when we were trying to get that top 4 spot. Even though we got the top 4 spot, even though we won the Norwegian Cup, it's no guarantee this year that we will. We were fortunate to do so. We played well in that respect, but we want top 4. That is the goal, because we know exactly what top 4 delivers, and that is a second round place. It is a second round place if you don't win the cup, I'm fairly certain. But yeah, or is it a Europa League spot? I don't even know. But it gives us European football. Even if it's a second round qualifier, we have got to that position, been in that position before and qualified and got to the knockout stage at a minimum. But yeah, we've had a round of 32, a quarter final and a quarter final at this stage now. The progression is there, and hopefully it can go on to continue in this game. 2-0 up after 35 minutes has been a good display, good to bounce back. We turn our focus to the league game now against, who is it? It's Aalesund, I believe, if that's how you would say. Yeah, Aalesund there, as you can see, playing at the moment. Should be a result for us at home. I think we can get it. It's just, I think it's about finding consistency now, especially this period from kind of May to August. 10 games probably in between that. We have to pick up as many points. We're looking at around, we've won 21 points, probably the aim around 20 points, and that'll really start us to push us up into that top four spot that we want to secure by the end of the season. We know exactly what we have to do. We have to replicate what we did last year. It's just a shame that we had the disappointment of yesterday, that it looms with us, it's still with us, and it will affect our mindset. But if, as long as we keep this focus, we play as we are, the boys are positive, then we can replicate the same thing just as easily as we did last year, where we weren't even in European football. I guess it was a little bit easier for us in that respect, but we have to go and do it now. We know exactly what we need to do. I mean, it's probably the same. We did have European football, but not until the end of the season, because obviously the season we qualified was when we had no European football. When we returned, we missed out. It's been a confusing time, but we know exactly what we have to go on and do now from this position. But I don't know, the tactics still getting nailed on. Do we stick with the positive mentality? I don't know. Cautious has definitely been dropped a bit. The fact that we weren't creating chances in that Boa Vista game had to be improved. Maybe sticking with the balance. The positives working for now. Probably won't switch it up. I mean, you can see there. I guess I understand it's against a Brumunddal team, who are divisions below us, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, we were playing at this level for a reason. We're creating chances. We've only got 2 goals from an XG of 4, so we're clearly creating chances. All of our strikers in form. Mauro Couto, he's in and out of injuries, but when he's returning, he's starting to get back to his feet. It's not to worry. It's definitely not to worry about. I think we're playing good football. It's just about finding that consistency now. That is important. But in this game, it's been a good result for us. 2-0 definitely doesn't reflect the way we've played. We should definitely have many more goals than that. But yeah, good performance overall. Now we just have to see out the rest of it as our young prospect Hawthorne finds himself on the ball. He plays through Flores, giving him a few minutes. He's one of the youth boys. Might go back down because I can't guarantee minutes. He was there for like squad registration, but I've given him minutes. He's been a good player, and he gets a goal as well. Hawthorne, the young star in this team, has got a goal to make it 3-0, and maybe Hawthorne is the next wonder kid here in Tromso. He's got his first goal, and maybe we don't demote him. He's just proven why we shouldn't demote him. I mean, obviously get more consistent time down in the youth ranks where he was. He's got a bit of potential, decent player. Good game for him to get a goal in. We've been caught out of the back here, and Ramaj needs to get back. A save is required. It's gone over the bar. I thought that had gone straight in. But yeah, I think he could go back down because he's there for registration. We gave him minutes. Obviously, a good player. They rate him very highly. The youth system is all good now, and he can go and get more minutes there. Probably is reasonable for him. Look at this pass map today. Very narrow formation. On this right side, there's big emphasis. We're going into added time here. The full-time whistle is going to go, and that is us through to the next round of the Norwegian Cup. So the team for this league game against Aalesund starts with Nilsson in goal today. We've got a backline of Lasanta, Eduardo and Gilia, Stegjal, Dahl, Pereira and Conceição in the middle. We've got Motta on the left, Kuta on the right and Flores up top. Early moments of this game here against Aalesund. It's been a positive start from us. 25 minutes in here, but it looks like they might have the first chance as the shot goes in. Nilsson coming into the team today because Satren is going on international duty, if I'm not mistaken. He's with Norway at the moment for the European Championships. Actually, I've just realised, yeah, he has gone and travelled with them, which is really good for him, getting those starting caps, if I'm not mistaken. So he is in the team as the shot goes in again. Stegjal getting in the way to force this out for a corner, but it's a ball in back post. Dahl is the one who gets there. Of course he does. It'd be important to pick up some points in this game. Viking are in fact losing, so should we get a win today, we would go to 1 point clear actually if we get that, but as the first half is going to finish here, no goals to separate the two teams here. I mean, Aalesund have come up and have done very well. They are in where are they? They're 8th place at the moment, but hopefully we can drop them down a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't want to deliberately, but we know what we want, and that is a result from this game. 60 minutes gone. It's been pretty much all us, but we haven't seen any real chances, to be honest. We'll make a few changes here, see what we can do, and try and pull the goal that we need from this game as we drop down to 5th place. It's Valerenga who are leading in their game. Thiago Motta has put away a few of these free kicks. He scored an absolute screamer. Can he put another way? Thiago Motta steps up over the free kick. Lasanta at the back post. It's floating around and it doesn't go in the end, but Motta it falls to on the edge of the area. Stegjal, and that is a poor shot. Stegjal has just shot from so far out, and that is the end of that attack. Simple as that, really. We'll make a few more changes. Look to the wing backs now. It's a very tiring role they have to play on both sides, flying down that side. But we'll go and replace them now with 70 minutes going in this game. Is it going to be another 0-0 draw for us? Hopefully not. This is going to be the 14th or 15th 0-0 draw since the start of last season. Time is ticking to find the goal. It doesn't look like it's going to come. We'll stick with this team for now. They're not exactly going anywhere. The added time is on the board and the full-time whistle goes. It's another 0-0 draw. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you this little tune and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.